So what do I need to connect to a network? Let's think about you.
Today's subject at Kate's High School in Cardiff, IT. And in the class we meet Fatih from Somalia, Aisha from Burkina Faso, Mohammed from Sudan, Andrea, originally from Ecuador, Madassa from Pakistan. All came to Britain with their parents and families, all except one, Awita from Eritrea.
Awita, what do I do with this then?
Now granted asylum, he fled here 2 years ago, alone, aged 16, travelling from Eritrea to Sudan, eventually Calais, then caught at Dover on Christmas Eve, hiding under a lorry and handed over to the police.
Altogether, I was on 3 days to get to Sudan.
Classified as an unaccompanied asylum-seeking child, he was one of at least 2,500 looked after in Britain last year.
Do you have any regrets about making a new life for yourself away from your family?
Sometimes, yeah, you do regret because you miss your parents, you miss your family, you miss everything that I left back. But sometimes I had no choice.
Fear of religious persecution, he's Pentecostal Christian, was one factor in his flight from Eritrea. A close family member has already been imprisoned. The hardest part for him now, being apart from his mother.
She's happy that I'm here safe and educating myself, so she's really happy. But me, I always worry about my family, about her.
He has a new home now, currently under renovation in Cardiff. This is where his social worker brought him 18 months ago to live with foster parent Keith Gittins and family.
So we sat there, and the first question I asked him was, remember, what's your ambition?
Yeah, I remember.
Mm. And he said to go to university and pay Britain back for all the things they've done for me. He didn't want to owe Britain anything. He wanted to contribute and put things back. And to tell you the truth, I was astounded from such a young man to say such a thing.
Do you remember that?
I do remember, yeah.
Is that how you feel now still?
Yeah, I do. I do the same, yeah.
That's about it for now. Just go wait for it to walk through.
Yeah.
It is a rare glimpse into this world of safe havens in the suburbs. For Keith, an ex-pub landlord and son of an immigrant from St. Lucia, there is added poignancy. His decision to foster 4 years ago was influenced by his own childhood experience, one of everyday racism, sometimes meted out even, he says, by his own white mother.
No matter how hurt I was outside by what people said to me, I couldn't go home and tell my mother. I couldn't tell anybody what was happening to me, because nobody cared.
What response would you have got from your mother?
She would have beaten me. She would have beaten me for not being the white kid that was out there.
It's very personal for you in that sense, in terms of what you're able to give back now. What are you getting from this process where you're taking in children and fostering them?
It gives me the happiest life I could ever dream of. You can't buy what these kids give to you. They give you their love, they trust you, and you're there. And when he falls over, I am there. I didn't have anyone when I fell over, but he has.
And what's it been like for you, living here with Keith and his family?
For me, it's home. It's exactly like my home. They are exactly like my parents. They treat me the same I was being treated by my own parents. I'm happy here.
Just under 10% of asylum applications in Britain last year came from unaccompanied children, 700 more cases than the previous year.
It is the case, is it, that he didn't just come here for a slightly more affluent lifestyle, a more comfortable lifestyle. He actually felt fearful of staying in Eritrea.
Well, don't forget, it wasn't his choice to come here. It was his mother that wanted him to leave there. She sent her son to a foreign country, maybe never to see that child again. You wouldn't do that for someone to earn a few shillings extra. They did that to protect his life.
But 200 miles away in Kent, where Awita first entered Britain, the system is under pressure. The council there says it's struggling with increasing numbers of refugee children. The Home Office knows it needs a better system to disperse these children around the country to cities like Cardiff, currently caring for 14 unaccompanied young asylum seekers, some of whom are at Awita's school and thriving, according to the deputy head.
We've had a young man who joined us last year as a 15-year-old. He managed to sort of bring himself through the Sahara Desert into North Africa, on a boat to Italy, across Europe, and clung to the bottom of a lorry to get to the UK. And you know, any young person that's got the wherewithal to do that, you know, is going to find learning English and getting some qualifications a relatively easy thing to do, I would have thought.
Thanks very much. You want to go back to your seats and we'll carry on with our work.
As Europe grapples chaotically with the politics of asylum and migration, out of which this and so many other stories have emerged, it is the very absence of politics now, the mundane acts of kindness upon which lives are quietly being rebuilt. Lives, in this case incidentally, of both the cared for and the caring.